Hi, I'm Lily Cameron.
And I'm Doug Cameron.
Welcome to Design Build Diaries. We're going to show you how we build healthy, high-performance homes from concept to completion.
Check this out. What do we, yeah, there you go.
We've got lots of good rendering stuff to lay over with it.
Lily's this wonderful liaison of all things and tying them all together, and she talks about EQ and all that sort of thing. I think she's got a pretty high one.
Except with you.
Except for maybe. But anyway, we rolled up on this property. These clients were super cool, and they were like, hey, we want more room, we want more space, all that sort of thing.
So ultimately, they were looking for building something that they could live in forever. They love this neighborhood. They have great friends here. They're raising, they're starting a family here. We hadn't talked budget at this point. We were just trying to understand feasibility. So our very first step when we meet with new clients that have an idea is going through what's called a feasibility analysis. And so we met out here with our architect, and we came out to do our feasibility analysis and understand essentially what are their problems, what's their problem statement, and what is their success criteria. Problem statement was too small, can't fit. Success criteria was being able to utilize their existing lot and have something that they can grow into and their family can grow into and they can live in for the next foreseeable future forever.
Let me pause you, and can you walk us inside the house?
Let's check it out.
We finish
Good
that
idea.
Conversation from here.
We've got no light here, but essentially we walked in and we've got a small living area, very small living space. A small kitchen space. We went down this hallway, and one of the really unique things that actually we noticed was in one of the small rooms here, our client had a big CNC machine. So like, hey, it's very, it was very clear quickly that they were, they're makers, they were into things. She had a big setup where she had sewing materials and different maker things. And so, we had a group of people that, ultimately, they were very interested in being involved in the process. They had some great taste, really fun, funky style, but everything is right here, real tight, real small. It was very clear as she was expecting their first child that they needed more room to grow. So we went out and Doug and our architect Joe did a walk of the exterior of the space. Oh my God. And this backs up to a creek, and
it backs up to Blunt Creek, which I went to high school down the road, and we all called it Blunt Creek. So the clients were in on that joke, which was kind of funny. And yeah, and like Liz said, back to the creek, and they wanted to build this separate space. So we proposed some kind of interesting arrangement where they could have the home office, the second story, and all these sort of things. But it was a little bit more hodgepodge. That's kind of the situation that we ended in, where they said, hey, look, we just want a new house, y'all. Can y'all design us a new house? That's what we really want. And we said, of course we can, but we wanted to go through that process with you first, because we don't want to come in here guns blazing saying, knock down your house, and there were a lot of other options out there. So we needed to tune into their situation, understand what their goals were, and if they want to design an amazing new house, absolutely, we would love to do that, and that's exactly what we did, right?
So we spent the last year in a design build process, and that includes several aspects from architectural design, which actually went really quickly. These clients knew exactly what they wanted. Very decisive people, yeah. Extremely decisive.
Really a pleasure to work with.
Super great. And from the get-go with this project, as we've gone through each iteration of design, we provide 3D renderings that show the clients from an exterior and interior perspective what their project is going to look like as you walk through it. And to some people are just super great visually and can kind of see things on a bird's eye view plans. My experience is that 99% of clients really need that level of rendering and ability to see what their project is going to look like, and that gives us the ability to set expectations in a visual level, so that if there's anything that's misconstrued, a picture says 1,000 words. So if anything is misconstrued, it's really clear to say, oh, okay, well, I actually wanted this way or wanted this way, and you can make those changes as you go, but up front, ahead of once you actually get under construction, and you're going to be able to move so much quicker, so you have a much more, a much better product ultimately.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, I am a builder of many, many years, and I've looked at 1,000,001 blueprints. And a lot of times you're looking at a plan view, you're having to think about it in one light, and then you're having to think about the elevation in another regard. You kind of, I don't know if y'all have ever done that before, where you're trying to like visualize like 5 things at once in different formats, and then kind of conjure up a thought associated with it. And so, as Lily mentioned, I love the renderings, right? And that's part of why we renamed our company Render ATX, is because, which means create and to help and all that sort of things. Renderings are like a creation of what you're about to do. So what I like to do as a builder is I like to actually explore the entire house in 3D many times over. You know, like you practice, right? So that you're prepared for the game. That's what I do. And I've worked on projects where the renderings are not so available, and that practice is a lot harder, right? But in this particular situation, we can literally cruise this whole house in 3D. We can go cross section through walls, and it's all like dead accurate. It's not built off of fiction or an idea or anything. It's built on with the approved drawings, the approved design,
selections. Every
selections.
final tile selection that was picked out, every final exact color from the millwork, the exact sizing and spacing and measurements, and everything is aligned. And you can actually see in these renderings actual pretend people and how the people lie up to the space, and you can get that visual. You can see
the amount of sun coming in at different hours depending on if you change the overhang or not. I mean, we went to that umpteenth degree of understanding what the future will hold on this house based off various circumstances.
But also, those are the things that help make decisions, right? As the clients are trying to decide what level of overhang they want to make or what level of decking they want to have, you know, understanding what that visually is going to look like in any time of day and any time of year is so critical. And the technology that we have today to be able to visualize that and make those decisions is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. We are trying to utilize the best and the latest and greatest tech and give our clients the best and the greatest final product. You know, after architectural design, you go through your structural design process, and then you go through the city permitting process.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll kind of leave you with, this is an example of getting to do design build in-house. And I'm super happy at the level of control that we have and the level of precision and the level of, of intention that we have on this home. And what's the hashtag on this house again?
Little Texas Wonderland.
Little Texas Wonderland. So y'all get ready. Each space is unique. Each space is intended to be different. And
think of a little Alice in Wonderland vibe, but with every room having its own experience.
Yeah.
And super, huge kudos and credit to Kim Lewis Design on helping create all of those spaces and intentions, and our entire team that's worked together from concept to creation, from the architectural design, the interior design, the mechanical design, the structural design. All of that is all required and all has to come to place to bring a product together and have a great finished product. And all of those pieces working together collaboratively from the start is what I call design build.
Yeah, so y'all stay tuned into this one. We're going to be knocking this house down right around the beginning of the year, and we are going to be hitting it hard and fast, and the results should be pretty epic, y'all. So stay tuned. Adios, amigos.
We could have ended on like 2 cycles again, but There was like a moment, and I was like, pause, Doug. Pause.
That's all
pause. 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 Take a pause. Hey, Doug. Guess what?
What?
You're supposed to pick up the kids like an hour ago.
An hour ago.
Yeah, you're late.
What?